Hi, welcome to Pardon the Interruption. This is Jack, Ishan, and Callan. So the first debate topic is, what do you think about the trade of Bradley Beal to the Suns?
So I would think that it would be good in any other situation, except they're already not a deep team due to the Kevin Durant trade, and now with this, they're giving up much more of that depth for another star. And Kevin Durant and Devin Booker were two of the most used players in the playoffs by minutes per game. And I just don't see how Bradley Beal playing that much is going to help. He's already been injury prone before, and I just don't see this working out well for the Suns.
All right, Jack, what do you think?
So the Suns, how I see them normally, they're more of a shooting team with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal. How I've seen him play for the past couple of years, he's also a shooter. So I think that they're just gonna end up with too many shooters and too many finishers, and they're not gonna have as much defense.
Okay, those are both great perspectives, but does anyone have anything else more to add?
Well, even though that they're a shooting team, that doesn't mean they can't add another shooter. Just I know that this isn't going to work out, but that doesn't mean that they can't try it, because right now they have DeAndre Ayton in the middle to stop all of those plays. They have signed players like Eric Gordon, and they have guys that can help this team win now. They also have a great defensive mind in Frank Vogel as their head coach. And I think that he will get the best defensive presence out of these players. And right now, I think that they don't need to move DeAndre Ayton. I think he's here to stay on this team. And I could see them making a push, but I don't know if there's going to be any success in the regular season.
Okay, so the next question will be about the Minnesota Timberwolves. How do you think Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns will perform this year compared to last year?
Well, they didn't do as expected last year, and they can't do that again because the Jazz have their draft pick. The more they lose, the more it's going to hurt them. And this year, I just don't see them getting better, because I get that Karl Anthony Towns is more of an offensive big and Rudy Gobert is a defensive big, but you can't sub them out every change of possession. There's going to be times when they're both going to have to be out there, and I just don't see that working. And it didn't work last year. They gave Ant-Man a big extension, and that's going to work out great because he is the future of that franchise. But I think they're either going to move Karl Anthony Towns in next year's offseason, or they're going to move Rudy Gobert, or they might even move both and go into they might try and move those for a guard and a wing to try and pair them with Anthony Edwards. And I could definitely see that working out better.
Those are some great points. What do you have to add, Jack?
Yeah, I think that they could do a lot better this season as long as Kellen said, they need to play more together instead of having them sub out every other couple plays. But I think that with Kermit, if they just have all three of them, then it would just really help them do a lot better this season.
Yeah, and I get that if they do find a way to play together, they can make a run to potentially the Western Conference Finals. But right now, how deep the West is, I probably have 8 teams ahead of them in the Warriors, the Kings, the Nuggets, the Suns, the Lakers, the Grizzlies once Ja gets back, if he gets back. But overall, there's not much they can do to move on, so I just don't see it working out.
Okay, thank you so much for watching. This has been Pardon the Interruption with Jack, Ishan, and Calvin.